Peruvian cuisine is one of the most diverse in the world. Distinct influences come from its three main geographical zones: the coast, the jungle, and the Andean Highlands, and various immigrant cultures. What you find is a melting pot of flavors receiving international recognition. Peruvians are proud of their cuisine, and for good reason. In this video, we try to explore as many different kinds of Peruvian foods as possible. With only 3 weeks in Lima, we had our work cut out for us given the diversity of things to try. What exactly did we sample? Well, we ate churros, picarones, turron, ceviche, tejas, cremoladas, tamales, Con Chicharron, Alfajores, cuy, King Kong, Mazamorra Marada, Pisco Sour, Inca Kola, Doña Pepa, Kamote, Sublime, Chicha, Morada, and Besos de Moza, just to name a few. The following is a compilation of individual taste tests making up this Peruvian food guide.
So today we are on a food mission. We are looking for a place called Manolo's, and we're going to be eating some churros. Let's go eat.
Getting there is half the journey. Now the other half is gonna be eating it.
And here we are, Manolo's. So we went all out here and got one of each. So this is the one with chocolate, vanilla, and dulce de leche.
Talk about
all three.
Talk
for
about
myself.
a trio.
I
just
know.
for me.
So in case you've never tried churros before, it's just a deep fried dough with like a hole in the middle. So I guess you can fill it up with something really sweet and tasty. So the one I'm having right now has dulce de leche. Oh my gosh, that's warm and gooey and sweet.
So you think it's nice and
That's
fresh out of the
amazing.
oven?
Oh, it definitely is. Wow. Decisions. The decisions I have to make in life. Okay, I'll go with chocolate. His eyes are closed. That's a good sign. You're totally right about it being like freshly made. Like I can taste the warm gooiness of that chocolate inside. You're not getting a bite of that. Last but not least, vanilla. It's like a vanilla pudding, or like the filling you get inside the Boston cream donuts. I still think I like this one better though. Dulce de leche. It's my number one. That was a very delicious snack, and it wasn't very expensive at all. I lost my receipt, but I think I paid somewhere near 12 soles, which would be around $4 for those three very tasty, very sweet churros. Highly recommended. So seriously, it's probably a good idea that we're walking home right now. I honestly could have had about 5 more of those dulce de leche churros. And we've got more food videos coming soon. It's lunchtime here in Lima, and today we are at a local restaurant in Miraflores. It's called El Punto Azul, and we are going to be trying the Peruvian national dish, ceviche. And judging by how packed this place is, I have really high expectations. We had to come and sit up on the second floor. Our food has arrived. I couldn't be more excited. What do we have? Yes, that was certainly worth the wait. So right now we have ceviche over here, and it comes with onions, sweet potato, and also giant yellow corn. And look over to this side, and we have something called causa, which is made with yellow sweet potato, and there's some kind of seafood in the middle. You know what? That almost looks too cute to eat. It's shaped just like a fish. big question. What is ceviche? It's actually a seafood dish. It's raw fish and it's cured with lemon juice. And it's also served with a few spices and some onions. So I'm taking my first bite. That is so good. I think it's better than sushi, honestly. That's amazing. Second bite. Nice and lemony, citrusy. So good.
I know I usually have to tell you this, but please leave some for me too. So for my first bite, I'm gonna try mine with some ají.
Ooh, go easy on that. How is it?
It's just so amazing. For me, it's like enhanced sashimi. Just all the preparation they put into that sour sauce is just so good. One thing I've absolutely been loving since we've come to Lima is this giant sized corn. These kernels are massive. Check it out.
Those are big. Okay, so our next dish is gausa. Let's dig in.
I almost feel guilty eating this. It's just so beautifully presented. Look at that.
Little fish.
Look at that little fish. Sorry, little fish. Sorry. That is seriously good. I can taste a lot of different ingredients there. So the big mystery over here is we're trying to decide what's actually in this dish.
Okay.
And what do you think?
So gausa, it's made with yellow mashed potatoes. I asked for the one that comes with seafood. And it also looks like it has some avocado and mayonnaise. So it's really tasty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And for our drink, we're having something that's called Chicha Morada, and it's a juice made from purple corn. Very tasty. Highly recommend it.
This is the best I've ever had. Like, they've put some extra spices and ingredients. Like, it's got a real kick to it. I don't know what's in it, but
It's really sweet and really refreshing, especially on a hot day like today.
well, now that we've finished all the fish, we're left with nothing but lemon juice. But the good news, it tastes delicious. Oh, it's amazing. You know what? It kind of tastes a bit like tom yum soup from Thailand. This sauce down here. I have no idea what we were thinking ordering a third plate of food. Like, this is just ridiculous. We're already full. What do we got?
I think we went a little overboard. This is basically breaded and deep fried seafood, so there's a little mix of everything. We have some pieces of fish, some shrimp, and other things that I just don't recognize, so we'll have to go for it, take a bite, and taste it, I guess.
What are those? They look like giant potato wedges.
Well, this is called yuca, and it's kind of like a root or a potato. It's very fibrous, and you eat it like French fries, basically. This is like a fried yuca.
It looks starchy.
Yeah. I really like these. So someone still had room for dessert.
Honestly, I don't know what the heck I was thinking, because that's one of the biggest meals I've had in a long time. But when they brought that dessert tray over with all those different postres, I just could not contain myself. This looks amazing. We don't even know technically what it's called, but it's got dulce de leche, it's got nuts, and it's got chocolate. So it's gonna be really good, I'm sure. And slight correction over here, that was coconut, not nuts. That is so good. So decadent. And I'm sure it's got a zillion calories.
So total cost, that meal came to 118 soles, which would be roughly around $40, and that included drinks. We got 3 dishes and 1 dessert to share, so it was a lot of food. We are beyond stuffed right now, and everything is delicious. Well, hello! Today we are doing a Peruvian taste test, and we're going to be trying a few different chocolates, snacks, chips, and just things we found in a supermarket. We basically raided the aisles at Wong's, which is the biggest supermarket here in Peru, and picked up random stuff that looked Peruvian, looked authentic. So we're going to be sampling that and giving you our thoughts. So first up, I'm trying something called chifles. And it looks like it's gonna be like sliced bananas or sliced plantain in chip form. So let's open that.
Use those big muscles of yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that was relatively easy.
That's what it looks like.
Oh.
A salty banana chip. Makes a nice snack. I think if you're at a bar waiting for your beer to get there, you can be snacking on these and some peanuts. Pretty good. Thumbs up for chifles.
Alright, so I'm trying chinny freaking chin. So I have no idea what these are. I'm guessing cookies, and it looks like they may have some sparkles on them. So let's open it up.
Let's open it up.
Yep. I was right, and they're shaped, it's round shaped. Looks like a cookie. Time to try it.
Would you like a cup of tea with that?
I could use some. You know what, since coming to Peru, I've been quite dehydrated. It is really humid here, so I could use any source of water. But yeah, these are good. Definitely sweet. And you taste the chocolate and you really taste the sprinkles. It's not an overpowering taste though, so yeah, nice little cookie to have, as maybe an afternoon snack. Approved.
So next up, I'm trying Andean native potato chips. So according to the back, these are going to be multicolored potato chips. So I'm expecting purple potato chips here.
I bet they're gonna be dark purple. That would be my guess. Dark purple. Almost black.
Okay, there's 2 different kinds in the bag. I'm gonna show you. Look at this. So there's like red and white potato chips.
Looks kind of like sweet potato.
And then purple and white potato chips.
I was totally wrong. I was thinking a really dark, kind of black potato
They almost look like they've been dyed with like a few droplets of color, but this is all natural, people. These are real potatoes. Okay. The purple one tastes like a regular potato chip. The flavor doesn't, or the color doesn't change the flavor, rather. The red one.
Next up, Inca Kola. And I must say, you're not gonna find too many colas around the world that are yellow in color. So let's crack this open here.
So this is what the Incas used to drink, right, Sam?
Oh yeah, of course. When they were bottling their beverages back in the day, mass producing them, of course, that's what they had. All right. You know what, this is not my first time to try this. And I have to say that most colas around the world, by specialty colas that are unique to certain countries, I tend not to like. But I really like this Inca Kola. The reason being is that it's not too fizzy or carbonated, and when you drink it, it's really, really refreshing on a hot day. And most days in Lima are hot this time of year.
So does it taste like Fanta, ginger ale, or any other kind of drink you've had before?
No, honestly it doesn't. It really has its own unique flavor, and so I can't even really compare it to something. Maybe sort of like a light cream soda, but that's about all I can compare it to.
So next up, I found a candy that's called perita, which means little pear. And even the shape of the candy, it looks like a little pear, and it's colored, it's like yellow and red.
It's cute, like a little pear, a little multicolored pear.
There must be like 100 candies in here. I don't think we can finish all of this.
Oh gosh. We're gonna have to share with our relatives.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try my little pear. I think it looks like hard candy. I thought it might be a little gummy at first, but...
Ooh, let's see that.
Very cute. Red on one side, yellow on the other. Perfect time to model my manicure.
You did just get a manicure. Why don't you tell us about that while you're eating it?
This tastes like banana. The yellow side is banana for sure. Interesting. What does it say? It says it's flavored like pears, guys, but this tastes like banana in my mouth.
Maybe our taste buds are a little off. Now, how about that manicure you just had? Quack, 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 quack. So, I think this this wafer chocolate bar here is named after the sound of the duck. And you can see a pretty cool duck. I think it's like, you know, skateboarding here. It's acting all hipster. So let's see how this tastes. Let's see how this tastes. Yeah, it's definitely a wafer. So let's try it. Yeah, that is your standard chocolate covered wafer. And compared to a lot of other wafers I've tried, this has a pretty decent layer of chocolate. So if you're looking for your chocolate fix, this is the wafer for you.
Okay, so this is my next treat. It's called Doña Pepa, and I'm guessing it's a cookie. I don't know, I just bought it. Let's unveil the product. Ooh la la. Ooh, or maybe it's chocolate.
Whoa.
I'm dropping all the sprinkles on the floor.
Those, what are those sprinkles?
Yeah, okay, let's take a bite. I think it's a cookie. Okay. There we go. So it's a cookie. It has chocolate in the middle. The whole cookie is then bathed in chocolate. And it's got sprinkles all over the exterior.
And it tastes?
And it's really sugary. But I like the crunch of the sprinkles. It's a fun treat.
And here I've got my Kamote chips, which are sweet potato chips. That's what you've told me.
Yes. I wouldn't lie.
And this is the long brand. So you said this is one of the biggest supermarkets in Peru, in Lima. So, oh yeah, I can totally tell they're sweet potato for this. Check these out.
Ooh.
I can totally tell they're sweet potatoes. Oh, those are very, very crunchy chip. I think typically when you eat sweet potatoes, you sort of associate them with being rather sweet. These are not sweet, they're salty. So it's kind of an alternative to a potato chip. I think it's a little bit of an acquired taste. Wouldn't say it's my favorite right now, but
have another bite. Maybe it will be.
No, not bad.
There, he's acquired the taste. Oh my. All right, so next up is something called Inca corn, and it is ginormous corn all the way from Cusco. And this bag is cheese flavored. So let's dig in.
So is that queso?
Yeah.
Look.
Sam's been working on his Spanish, hey?
I've expanded my vocabulary from like 5 to 10 words.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that size of the kernels.
Gosh, those are huge. Let's put it up by your fingernail just so we can get it.
It's bigger than my fingernail.
Oh, it's bigger than your thumbnail. It's crazy.
I have to sneeze.
Go ahead.
Okay. It's just the cheese powder on the corn.
Is that strong, huh? Clogged up your nostrils for a second.
For a second. Okay.
Have you ever had corn nuts in Canada? Have you ever tried that snack?
I have not.
I've had that. It smells like from the distance I'm at, it smells a lot like corn nuts.
Yeah.
So I think I might like those.
I think you need to chew these rather carefully. Like, they're quite hard. I almost feel like you could break a tooth.
You can hear the crunch.
Can you hear the crunch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're a nice little snack. I've actually seen that being served at the bar or like at a restaurant before you get your main meal. They bring you a little bowl and it's called canchita and it's just the giant corn kernels. So yeah.
So next up, this is our assorted potato chip bag, and we've got all kinds. We've got regular, we've got sweet potato, we've got something called yuca, and we have, what's the other one?
I think beetroot.
Maybe beetroot. Let's open this up. Should be an assortment of colors. You can look into here.
Have a look.
In film. Yeah, you can see all the different colors. Look at that. So I'm gonna try to find, I already did a sweet potato. I'm gonna try to find one of the purple ones. Oh, I've got one. So here is the purple one. Would this be the beetroot one?
Maybe.
Maybe. Let's try it. Really salty. Okay. Yeah, that definitely has a bit of a kick to it. It's just different from regular potato chips. It's like really hard to explain. It tastes so much similar to sort of a regular potato chip, but it's just got like that little tangy taste. I don't really know what it is, to be perfectly honest.
Next one.
All right, let's try one more. Okay, not sure what this is.
I would guess regular potato.
You know what? I think that might be the yuca one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has a more of a fibrous taste. It's pretty good though. I like that one more.
Time for the chocolate bar. This one is called Sublime, and it's white chocolate. I've only ever had the regular milk chocolate, so this should be interesting. And I know the regular milk chocolate comes with nuts, like peanuts. So I imagine this one will too.
You can see the logo.
Da 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 da. You can see the chunks of peanut. That's good. It's not like high quality chocolate, but for a regular milk chocolate bar, I do enjoy Sublime.
So next up we have Chicha, which is purple corn. And this is one of our favorite refreshing drinks to have here in Lima. And so now we're gonna try it in candy form. Crack that open. And do you know something I've been noticing about Peruvian snacks and candy that I really like? And that's that the bags are easy to open. It doesn't, like some bags, like since we've been back in Canada, it's like you have to get scissors just to get them open. These just open in one shot, which is awesome. All right, so these are the candies. They are called Chicha Morada.
Yep.
Okay, let's try the Chicha Morada. Yeah, they are quite small. All right, so it's kind of shaped like a Halls or something, like one of those cough candies. And yeah, it's purple, just like the purple corn it's made out of. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, it tastes very similar to the drink, so I really like the drink, so I really like this. It's sweet, has a little bit of well, obviously has a corn taste, but also has a little bit of a spiciness taste. I'm not sure what kind of ingredients they put in to give that kind of kick, but I really like it. So next we've got Sublime or Sublime, and I'm gonna try to read these ingredients. So, chocolate con leche con maní, which means milk chocolate and peanuts. All right, let's open this up. So yeah, it's kind of a thick chocolate. You can see it's
Chunky chocolate bar.
Chunky chocolate bar. Try that. Oh, that's pretty decent chocolate. I mean, I can't compare it and say it's as good as European chocolate, but it's surprisingly better than I thought. And I haven't had chocolate in quite a while, so yeah, I'm enjoying this. Another bite. Love those peanuts. So next up, we've got Besos de Moza, which apparently, according to translation, is kisses from a girl, kisses from a mistress. And you know what? These look so similar to something we've had before in Israel called crembo. So a shout out to our friends in Israel, all our Israeli friends who like crembos. We're gonna see if this is like a crembo or not. It looks exactly like one. All right, now it's time to try this bad boy. So should I attack it from the top or from the bottom?
I think it's supposed to be from the top, if I remember correctly.
Well, look at that marshmallow. I think this is the treat I've enjoyed the most so far. This is really sweet, and yeah, it's right up there with the crembo. I wouldn't say it's better, but it's right up there.
Now find the cookie.
All right, so that means I need to attack from the bottom. Oh, there isn't much of a cookie. It's a real tiny layer. Look at that. It's not crunchy at all. Wow, that's pretty good. Yum. Probably my favorite snack of all the ones I've tried today.
We can tell by the crumbs on your lips.
Audrey.
Yes.
Which one was your favorite?
All right, so this was my favorite, Doña Pepa, and that was the cookie with the sprinkles all over. I just thought it was a really fun snack, really colorful, and really tasty. I like sweet stuff.
And look at you going in for another bite.
I actually am. I'm like eyeing it. Oh, let's just have another small bite. It's really good. That was my favorite. And I actually didn't have a least favorite. Like, I thought all the treats were pretty tasty. So, yeah, I think that's a wrap. So what were your favorites and least favorites?
All right, so I had two favorites. One of them being Inca Kola. That's just a cola I really like. It's super refreshing, it's delicious, and on a hot day, you can't beat it. And the other one I really like was the Besos de Moza because I love crembos and I love those too. That marshmallow and chocolate combo is a winning combo. Now, in terms of what I didn't like, the sweet potato chips were a little bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping for something a little sweeter. They were salty, and to be perfectly honest, I prefer regular potato chips, so that's something I could probably, not necessarily have again. And look, we have a third person to taste test. It's Mackie! Mackie the Pooch! Mackie the Pooch! Yes, you get back to scratching. You get back to scratching. All right, and that's a wrap. That's our Peruvian snack food taste test. And please let us know in the comments if you've tried any of these foods. What was your opinion? Was there anything we left out? Was there something we could have added into the mix? Please let us know in the comment section below.
Toodles! Well, hello there. So this afternoon we are at Parque Kennedy and we are here for some dessert. We've been eating like pigs all day long, but there's still a bit of room left for a little something sweet, so we're gonna go try Picarones. I already have a bee following me because of the honey. Isn't that amazing?
Whoa. And we thought about getting 2 orders?
This will be plenty. All right, so here we have our dessert. These are picarones, and they are like fried rings, fried dough made with sweet potato and pumpkin, and they have a sweet honey drizzled all over.
And they're uniquely Peruvian cuisine.
Oh yes. So I'm just gonna go for it and take a bite.
Dig right in.
These are so fresh. Wow, really fluffy and airy.
Can you taste that honey?
Oh yeah, I sure can. I'm like, they're so light. I've already finished half of one, and I understand why they give you 5. You can just devour them in a few minutes.
And we've got a guest who's interested as well.
Hi, Kitty.
Hello, Mr. Meowsers. So as I mentioned previously, this is a uniquely Peruvian dish. And as such, there isn't an English equivalent. I suppose we could call it a Peruvian donut with honey. And so that's what we're going with. And this is my first bite, my first time to ever try this. So I'm really excited. I am sopping it up in honey. Woohoo, honey syrup. Let's try this. Oh my gosh. So good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me like of an oversaturated waffle with maple syrup or honey. Where it's like where you pour like 3 times as much as you actually need on the waffle, and then you eat it. This is what it tastes like right here. I don't mess around when I eat food. What can I say?
So this tasty dessert only cost us 5 soles. That would be 1 sol for each donut that we've already eaten. And that's pretty affordable actually. With the exchange rate, it would be about $1.75, and you do get a lot of food for that.
So if you're looking to pair this sweet treat with a little beverage, you can get something called Chicha, which is a purple corn juice that goes perfectly with it. So there were 5 of these, but there's only 2 of us. So who gets that 3rd one?
We split it down the middle, Sam.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Sleepy kitty. Meow meow. Meow meow. There are hundreds of cats in this park.
Look, here's another one.
Meow meow.
That was a delicious sweet treat, and we're gonna be back at this park again very soon to film some more street food.
We are back at our favorite park once again. This is Parque Kennedy, and we are here for dessert. What else? So today we are going to be sampling something that's called Turron. So part of the reason we like coming here are all the cats. There must be hundreds of them, and they're so friendly. They just want to be scratched and petted.
Look, there's another one coming out right behind you.
Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, cat. Look at you. You're a sweet one. You're still a kitten. Oh, it's sitting on me. I've made a new friend. Hi, cat. Hello, cat.
Got over here.
Okay, so we ended up getting 2 different things. This is called Turron, and over here, oh my goodness, it already got stuck to my leg. This giant thing over here is called Torreja. So they look kind of different, but they're both actually made with the same ingredients. So all this is deep fried flour, and then they drizzle honey over top. So,
sounds good enough to me.
Yeah, let's try it.
The first bite. The first
Ready for the big moment. Here we go.
Oh, it looks sticky.
Oh my gosh.
I think you bit off a little more than you can chew there.
This is interesting. It's getting stuck to my teeth. A little difficult to talk right now, but the honey kind of has an orange flavor to it. And also it's a lot stickier than honey.
I wonder if it's more of a marmalade, kind of an orange marmalade. You think maybe?
Maybe. They told me honey, but I don't know.
No honey for the bunny.
It's nice, really crispy. The dough itself isn't really very flavorful because, I mean, it's just flour. But the honey, that's what you can taste. The orange flavored honey. Wanna have some?
All right, it's my turn.
Oh, you can take a bigger bite than that.
I don't want to get all that sticky stuff all over my face. We don't have any napkins out here. This probably looks more like French fries with like ketchup drizzled all over them. But in fact, this is the second dessert we're going to be trying. And I've noticed since we've come to Lima that cakes and other things tend to have these little doughy bits, crunchy doughy bits. And so let's try it here. Like, I don't see myself like breaking it off with my hand. I'm just going to take a bite. That is good. You know what? I think I actually prefer this one to the big pizza-shaped one we had.
Similar flavor to the previous one.
Yeah, more or less the same thing, just kind of slightly different.
You know what? It kind of tastes like Fruit Loops. When you really chew on it for a while, it's like really sugary Fruit Loops.
Maybe that's why we like it so much. We grew up eating Fruit Loops.
Yeah. Fruit Loops, guys. Fruit Loops. Peruvian Fruit Loops. So, how much did today's dessert cost?
Well, this was probably our cheapest street food / dessert that we've had since we've come to Peru. This one came to 3 soles each. So that's $1 for each of those delicious little snacks we had. So, you know, if you're on a budget, you can really load up on those.
So we're just gonna go for a little walk around the park and then we're gonna head home for more food. What else? All we do is eat. Meow, meow, yes, meow. Oh, look at that. Meow, 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 meow. Little kitty. You're a cute one, aren't you? Oh, it's purring. I can feel it purring. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Today we're going to be trying something called Alfajores, and this is something that you can find throughout South America, but it varies from country to country. So today we're having Peruvian Alfajores. So I'm going to open the box for a big reveal. And we've ordered a few different varieties.
Wow, that looks awesome. We're very used to
tasty.
We're very used to the Argentinian ones.
Yeah.
So what I found particularly fascinating upon researching alfajores is that it has Arabic origins. Then it made its way to Spain, and now it's become immensely popular all over South America.
Right, so this is the original, which I'm going to be trying first. So it's basically 2 layers of a crumbly cookie.
Let's zoom in on that.
Zoom in. It has manjar blanco in the middle, which is kind of like dulce de leche. It's a milk caramel. It's very sweet. And then it has like a white powdery sugar, like icing sugar on top.
Looks like a very generous amount of the dulce de leche.
So this is a miniature version of the original alfajor, and it's what I'm trying first. Bite size. Those are really nice.
Up to standard?
Nice and sugary. I think it would be nice for breakfast or for a little snack. Heck, maybe even dinner.
I could see you eating that for dinner. You like your sweets.
It's really nice.
All right, and I'm also gonna have the original one. And alfajores kind of have a special place in my heart because during our wedding, one of the things we made together as a family with Audrey's family is a huge batch of alfajores, which we ate, of course, and shared to our guests. So high expectations here, and it does have some positive memories for me as well. One big bite. It's pretty good.
Okay, so I'm interested in having this one next because it looks like chocolate.
Let's hold that up. Let's zoom in. Oh yeah, it's got a chocolate layer, I think.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the filling is.
Do you think it might be a dark fruit of some kind? Maybe like a not a plum, but a date? Do you think maybe a date filling?
No, it's chocolatey. I think maybe they took the manjar blanco that we had for the other one and just added some chocolate and mixed it together. That would be my guess. And the cookie is chocolate.
How does it compare to the original?
I think I prefer the original personally. But this is nice as well. It's very tasty. And mysterious. So you got a little excited about the next one.
Well, we were shooting a photo for maybe the cover photo image of this video, and I just got a little carried away. I was just planning on having my teeth on it, but my brain, my subconscious brain took over and it basically forced me to have a bite. Okay, first unofficial bite over here. Yeah, that's really nice. It reminds me of the original alfajor, but the big difference here is it has a crunchier exterior, and if you see over on this side, it's covered in what appears to be walnuts.
How about the cookie dough? Does it also have nuts? Is it crunchy?
Yeah, it's definitely crunchier than the original one, which is more like a thin cookie. Right, and then we are down to the one and only lonely one.
So it's my turn. I believe this one has honey. That's what I was told.
Looks sticky.
And it looks very,
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Ooh, okay, it's like a triple one. So triple layered alfajor.
Dude, it's spilling all over the place. Let's get a really good zoom in on that. Like that is just, whoa, that is some serious topping overflow there. And the taste?
Well, that's not your average honey, that's for sure. It's really thick and sticky. I've had it in a few other like Peruvian desserts, but I still don't know what it's made out of. Yeah, it has a stronger flavor than regular honey. Would you care to have a bite and tell me your thoughts? Maybe you can decipher the great mystery.
Alright, the things that Audrey makes me do. The things I do in front of the camera. Oh my gosh. Just kidding, this is awesome. First bite here. Whoa. Oh man. Probably should have had a smaller bite. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the Turron sauce honey. I have a feeling that maybe it's mixed with some kind of date, or possibly it's a kind of marmalade, because it just doesn't have a pure honey taste in my opinion. So we picked up this little goodie box from La Casa del Alfajor, which translates to the House of the Alfajor. And it was a great little goodie box, but I guess what sort of surprised me was that I ended up liking the original the most. How about you?
Same, love the original.
So I guess the take-home message for today is don't mess with that awesome, classic, good flavor.
Called Cremoladas. Yep, got the name right. And we're trying a kind of like icy cold dessert called cremolada. And basically this is shaved ice, finely shaved ice, and then it's topped with like a juice or a syrup that has like a tropical fruit flavor. So I've chosen Chicha Morada, which is a purple corn, and Sam over here has chosen lucuma. So we're gonna be trying these. This is
Very
our
local
afternoon snack.
flavors.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
much so.
It's just mixing it around. Ice cold.
Purple goodness.
Ready for my first bite. This is purple corn. Tastes. Doesn't taste like corn, tastes more like syrup.
Purple syrup?
Yeah, like what would you call this back at home?
Is that like a kind of a, it looks a bit like a slushy. It looks like a slushy.
There you go, it's a slushy. So I'm having a purple corn slushy.
Do you actually like it? So-so?
Yeah, I mean, it's ice, flavored ice. It's okay. What can I say?
So I've got something called lucuma, and it's a local fruit which I've kind of fallen in love with since being in Peru. I mean, you can't really describe what a fruit tastes like. A mango tastes like a mango, a peach tastes like a peach, and a lucuma tastes like a lucuma. So let's try it here. It is definitely sweet. It has that sweet tropical taste though, I can say that. This one seems really thick. I really like that. I have a feeling that mine is quite a bit thicker than yours. If you just look down at it here, you can see that it's really thick, and you can really taste the fruit. It's definitely been sweetened, but it's not overpowering. The fruit taste really comes out, so I'm actually really enjoying this right now.
So it's nothing out of the ordinary, but if you're in Lima on a really hot day, this is definitely a very refreshing little slushy drink. And in terms of cost, those buses. In terms of cost, it was 5 soles and 70 cents, which is less than $2, so not a bad deal. It's actually kind of getting chilly here, so I'm cold eating this.
I can't believe you're wearing a sweater. I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and I think this is perfect weather. So it's time to get back home before Audrey suffers from hypothermia. You know, it's only like 25 degrees outside or something.
Pish posh, it must be like 18 and I'm freezing. So this afternoon we're at the Love Park here in Lima, and we're going to be doing yet another taste test. We're trying something that is called Tejas and Choco Tejas, and this is a dessert that comes from Ica, and there's 2 different varieties. So first up we're going to be trying Tejas, which is a sweet. The exterior is covered in white sugar, and then the inside has something called manjar blanco, which is similar to dulce de leche, which is like a milky caramel. It's really sweet. And some of them are filled with nuts, filled with different fruits. So we're gonna try one.
So I'm first up here with the pecan tejas. You can see over here, pecanas. And I think according to you, this should be white.
It should be. It should be coated in white sugar.
Wow. It's got that like sliminess. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my hands all
I think that's because I put it in the fridge. It really shouldn't be slimy.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That is so sweet. Tasty.
Show us what it looks like. Slow it up.
Just loaded with sugar. It's almost like eating icing with caramel inside, and nuts, of course, pecans. I really like this.
So next up, I'm trying Choco Teja. So unlike Sam's, which was coated in a white sugar, the Choco Teja is actually coated in chocolate, like the name suggests. And this one is lemon flavored.
And you know what? It's a different shape.
Yeah.
It's more like a, looks like more
The
like a
unveil. Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Let's take a bite. I was expecting it to be really sour because of the lemon, but it's really not. It's still really sweet, so you have the manjar blanco, which is the caramel.
Just gonna zoom in on that.
And then you can kind of see the lemon. It's like the lemon skin, and they've turned it into a kind of marmalade. And yeah, it's not sour at all. This is great. I like it.
So next up, I'm having chocolate tejas con mani. And mani means peanuts, so I'm excited about this one. Just judging by touching it right now, this one's even slimier than the one before.
It was in the fridge.
Whoops. So, just trying to break that off so I don't have any paper on it. And again, this isn't even, this shape is different from the two we've tried previously. So, I like my peanuts, so I have high expectations. Oh, man. It's like a Snickers bar on steroids. That's like so tasty. Really good quality chocolate. And just a massive, generous amount of caramel. And then you got the great big peanuts that I'm biting into too. So I mean, this for me is about as close as it gets to being a perfect chocolate bar.
And last but not least, we have one called Chocoteja Pasas Borrachas. And pasas borrachas means drunk raisins, so I'm assuming they've been soaked in some kind of alcohol.
We like our drunk food.
Let's unveil.
We sure do like our drunk food.
There we have it.
Okay, so it is chocolate covered.
Haven't found any raisins yet.
No drunkenness?
No raisins. Oh, okay, at the bottom.
Show me.
I think there's like some kind of raisin paste. Oh no, there's the raisin.
Show me. Where is
There's
it?
the raisin.
Oh, we found it. Discovered
There
the
we
raisin.
go.
So you gotta take a bite with the raisin now. Come on. Do it properly.
That's a drunk raisin for sure. Yeah. That's been soaked in alcohol
Like drunk
for a long
or
time.
partying all night long raisin?
I would say so, yeah. Really good. I think this is actually my favorite one so far.
Alright, to wrap things up, what I really liked about those was that each and every one was really unique and different, not only in shape but in taste and texture. Some of them reminded me of fudge, whereas others reminded me more of like eating like a chocolate turtle.
And in terms of pricing, each of those cost 3 soles and 50 cents, so perhaps a little pricey for a small treat, but it was gourmet chocolate with the best of ingredients.
Now to take footage of the guy on the tightrope. So we thought we were going to be ending that video with the food, but we've got some paragliding to show you.
A restaurant that we've already been to a couple of times before, and the reason we're here is because the other day we were walking by and we saw that they have the biggest sandwich in the world. It's literally like this high, and we're gonna eat it. Oh yeah, termine.
Gracias.
Oh yeah, you can keep filming. I'm supposed to keep talking. Yes, yes.
One of the more embarrassing things to admit about our travels is that when we find a place we really, really like, we tend to come back again and again. And sometimes we feel a bit guilty because we think, oh, we should be trying more spots, but this Manolo place is so awesome. We're back here yet again. This is for certain the biggest sandwich we've ever had. I think there might be 6 layers of bread here. Can you count that for us?
Well, some are double layers, so we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 slices of bread.
So the thing is, how do we actually attack the sandwich? Like, this thing is a behemoth.
I'm starting in the middle, where the avocado is located, because that's what I like in a sandwich. So I don't think I've ever eaten a sandwich with a fork and a knife before, but this is so massive and so messy that it seems like the only way.
You're already spilling it.
It's good. Oh yeah.
So I'm attempting to pick the sandwich up and maybe take a bite out of it. I don't even know how I'm gonna attack it here. All right, so just dig in. I got it all over my face. But you know what? Went right for the egg and the avocado, and that is amazing.
So can you tell us what kind of ingredients we had in this monster sandwich?
Well, it's in a really eclectic blend. Like there's avocado, there's chicken breast, there's hot dog. I think I tasted a little bit of sweet potato. And then you've got all the other kinds of sort of regular things you find in a sandwich, like tomatoes, lettuce, and whatnot. It is just a super loaded sandwich. If there's only one thing I could change, I think I would go with whole grain bread instead of white. Kind of reminds me of the Emerald City in The Wizard of Oz. I am wondering if Mr. Oz lives right on top here.
And this is what I really came for, lemon meringue pie. It's the biggest slice I have ever seen in my entire life. And lemon meringue pie is my favorite, so I'm pretty excited about this dish. I'm gonna dig in. Oh, this is impossible. This is impossible.
Got enough meringue on your
I think so.
spoon?
Ready?
Fantastic.
Fluffy, it's like biting into a sugar cloud. It's amazing.
I'm just about to destroy the Wizard of Oz's home. He's way up top in his tower here, and I am very sorry, I just knocked it down. You're right, that is the lightest, fluffiest meringue of all time. It just dissolves as soon as you put it right into your mouth. It is amazing. Oh. So that was a rather affordable meal. The sandwich, which was called the pajama sandwich, was 18 soles. That's $6. And the lemon meringue pie was 12 soles, which worked out to be $4. So we ate a lot, we shared it, and that was a really affordable meal.
So good morning from Lima. We've been showing you guys a lot of street food, a lot of traditional meals, but today we're bringing you into the home to show you what a Peruvian breakfast looks like. And that's what I've got right here. Today we are sampling 2 traditional breakfasts. We're going to be having tamales, which is what you see over here, and we're also having something called pan con chicharron. So let's just dig in because I'm starving. This is my favorite food item, tamales, and it's time for the big unveil. So here we have the dish. I'm so excited to dig in. So in case you're not too familiar with tamales, it's actually a starchy corn dough which is wrapped in a plantain leaf and is either steamed or boiled. And you can get it with different kinds of meats. So we ordered chicken and pork today, and by the looks of it, this is the chicken, and it's also got some black olives in there. So I'm gonna dig right in.
All right, I'm zooming in for the food money shot here.
This is breaking apart, yeah. It's still warm from the market. This is amazing.
Freshly made. Your uncle just picked that up, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Hooray for Coco.
And the thing is, I love these so much that I can finish a whole one by myself. Sometimes you get even bigger ones that are like the size of like a big block, a big square. I can just devour that.
I know,
that good?
I've seen you do it.
There's the olive.
Let's get a close-up shot of that. Okay, or not. Next bite, can we get a little close-up of your fork? Ooh la la.
So yeah, this is a really nice savory and starchy dish. It's a really nice way to start the day because it's a very hearty breakfast. It fills you up for the rest of the day, and it just tastes so good. Man, I'm gonna have one more bite.
I'll be lucky if I get one bite of that.
Yeah, it's all mine.
You're gonna have one more bite for the fans?
I'm good. So Sam, what are you having for breakfast today?
For my Peruvian breakfast, I'm having pan con chicharron. And if that's not a handful enough as a word, this looks like a pretty thick sandwich. Look at what we got here. So, I'm gonna open it up for you guys here. What it appears to have is onions and a generous portion on the other side of the patty of sweet potatoes, which are called kamote. And I have to say about the sweet potatoes here in Peru, they are especially sweet and good quality. And what about the meat?
So the meat is pork, and it's called chicharron because it's really nice and crispy.
Ooh la la, sounds like the perfect sandwich to me. All right, my favorite part of every food video, the first bite. Yeah. That meat is amazing. And when you pair it with the sweet potato, that is an all-time winning combo. I love this. I could eat this for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, whatever.
And this just looked too good, so I wanted to try it as well, because I'm hungry that way.
Is that your way of basically kicking me off as a presenter? More or less, right?
That's a winning combination. This may be my new favorite breakfast item, actually.
Wow, it just knocked off the other item, the tamales.
Give me a second to finish chewing. All right, so what I like about this one is that you have the savory pork, the chicharron, then you've got the sweet potatoes, but also the onions in the sandwich have been soaked in lemon, so there's a nice sourness to it. So you have all these flavors mixing together, and it's just like a party in my mouth.
And the quality of the bun is really good too. So yeah, you put those nice ingredients, that sour, sugary, and salty ingredients with a nice quality bun.
It's so good.
Oh man, I know. And that's supposed to be mine, so you're only getting one more bite.
Better be a big one then.
Make it worthwhile.
That's what's left.
A very patient third member in this food video, Dog Mackie. And I like to refer to this cute little dog as the goose of Silly. It has so much energy, and when we bring it to the table to give it a little bit, is it chicharron? He's gonna be over the moon excited. Let's go get him.
He's got quite the appetite.
Let's go get him.
Monkey! Monkey! Sentamos, baby.
Here. Come on. Oh, you cute little poochie poo.
Sam, only one piece.
One more.
You don't want to make them.
He's got really good catching abilities. Watch this. Look at that. One flickering.
No, Maki. This one's mine.
Is he in his frantic poodle mode?
No, baby. No, Sam. Sorry. No, baby. I can't have any. It's not good for you.
It's a tough life, isn't it, Mac? It's a tough life. It's a tough life.
What do we have here? Well, it's time for another taste test, and the dog Mackie seems rather interested. So I've got a bit of a raspy voice going on, but that is not going to stop me from trying some sweets. So today for a taste test, we're having something called King Kong. I've never had this before, but just by reading the box, it looks like it's cookies filled with manjar blanco, which is like that brown milk caramel, some kind of pineapple marmalade or pineapple sweet, and then peanuts. So a massive dessert. I think that's how it gets the name King Kong, and we're gonna be trying it. And the dog Mackie also wants some.
You want some too, Mackie? You want some too?
So I'm sure you can buy this homemade, but we've got the packaged variety over here. So someone in the family already dug in, but this is basically what it looks like.
We got someone else in the family who wants some more.
So big block of cake. That's what it looks like.
That is massive. Let's hope we can get some before the dog takes it all. Alright, and this is a slice of the cake, and I have to say it is massive.
Let's get it.
Absolutely massive. That's why we couldn't just take it out of the box and start gnawing on it. It's just like a big brick. So here's my slice of the brick. And you can see all the different layers here. If you take a really good close-up look. So it looks like we have 3 different layers. So how do I even attempt this? I'm just gonna take maybe one big bite or maybe 2.
Before the dog beats into it.
Wow. There's a lot of competing flavors going on all at once. I do taste the pineapple. I taste something that is a little bit like date sugar or cane sugar, and also something that's a little bit like dulce de leche too. Oh, you poor baby! You want some?
Well, too bad.
Just wait now. That is a seriously delicious treat, and I think that the dog is gonna gnaw my arm off.
All right, now it's my turn. Let's see. Okay, so that was a pineapple side. Yes, Mackie, yes.
Yes, it smells good, doesn't it?
Okay, middle part. Okay. I think I like the middle filling a little better. Hoja blanco. Now let's see, third one. I have no idea what the dark one is.
Maybe.
It said something about peanuts, but it doesn't look like peanuts to me. Let's read the box again. So yeah, according to the box, the darker one should be peanut because here we've got the pineapple, then we've got the manjar blanco, and all that's left is the maní. So, yes, mysterious.
So for you, how does that compare to some of the other Peruvian desserts we've been having?
Well, honestly, I think I would probably like this a lot better if it were fresh and homemade.
And without a dog trying to devour
Mackie
it?
could probably eat it regardless, even if it were stale, wouldn't you,
You'd
baby?
eat anything, wouldn't you? You'd eat anything.
But yeah, the cookie is a little harder, so I'm not sure if that's because it's prepackaged or if that's just the way it's made, whether it's supposed to be a harder, crumbly cookie. But yeah, I mean, it's sweet. If you have a sweet tooth, you'll probably enjoy it. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad either. So maybe try some King Kong when you're in Peru. Okay, baby, we'll give you a little piece. Let's give you a tiny one. Okay, let's just give you a crumb, Mackie. That's all I can break off. Oh, Mackie approves. Yes. Oh no. Yes. He's got lipstick on his face now. Poor dog.
Alright, for today's food video, this is going to be one of the more exotic things we've tried in Peru, guinea pig. Locally it's known as cuy, and I know we've been showing you a lot of desserts and other types of things, but this is something that's widely eaten in Peru. And so when you're in a different country and a different culture, my strategy is always just to immerse myself into and try everything new that I possibly can. So, with that in mind, I am going to be trying guinea pig in the form of a pizza slice, if you can believe it or not. So here's the big unveil. Hold that up here. And as you can see, this is a pretty minimalistic thin slice pizza, except for the massive guinea pig meatballs. Alright, it's time to dig right in. Time for the first bite, and I'm gonna go right for a slice of the meatball. Definitely one of the more interesting pizzas I've ever had before. Usually when I'm even on a meat lover pizza, there isn't pieces of meat this big, so it's gonna take me a second to chew it. You know what? That's pretty good. I can tell that this meat has been seasoned a lot. It tastes a little bit like an Italian sausage, but it also has a very gamey flavor, which reminds me a little bit of a wild rabbit, for example. I'm not gonna pass it though. Let's get another piece of the cuy.
Does it have any bones?
It doesn't, no, but it's very meaty. You know what I mean by that? Chewy. So it's not the kind of thing, it's not the kind of pizza slice that you can just devour when you're actually taking a bite of the guinea pig. You gotta chew it really slowly. So yeah, that isn't bad. I would say it's a bit of an acquired taste. I wouldn't go out of my way to order it again, but I've definitely had worse pizza than this, so this isn't too bad at all. So a little bit more information about eating guinea pigs in Peru. It's a traditional Andean food. Typically the guinea pig, the cuy, is skewered on a spit, and when it's served on a plate, typically it's its entire body. It has its head still intact.
Well, hello there. I am back with my raspy voice and it's getting a little bit scary. But we're running out of time here in Peru. It's actually our last day here in Lima. So we've decided to do one more taste test, and we're gonna be trying 3 different desserts that were actually recommended by you, our YouTube viewers. So let's get started. Right, so time for the big unveil. So first up, we are trying something called Mazamorra Marada. So as you can see, it's deep purple in color. And this is like a pudding or a really thick jello almost. And it's made from purple corn. It's a dessert. You can eat it hot or you can eat it cold. And it's actually a popular dish during the month of October because that's when they celebrate the Lord of Miracles and everyone dresses in purple and they also eat purple dessert. Okay. So I'm not really sure how much of this I'm actually going to be able to taste because I am highly medicated right now, but let's see. Okay. It has like a puree consistency. A little clumpy. Not overly sweet, and I wouldn't say it tastes like corn because a lot of sugar has been added to this, but it's pleasant. I do like it. That is the verdict, yeah. I think it's probably a lot nicer when it's warm. Like when they've just finished cooking it on the pot and it's still steaming. But it's nice. I think you can still eat it cold in the summertime. I don't mind it.
All right, my turn. Yeah, that's not bad. It's really unique, isn't it? It's sort of like the Chicha Morada a little bit. Kind of reminds me of that, the purple corn drink we've been having. Yeah, it's a smooth pudding.
So here in Peru, they like to mix the Mazamorra Marada, the purple thing we just had, with arroz con leche, which is a rice pudding.
Oh, that looks so good.
We are going to try that combination right now.
My mom makes an awesome rice pudding.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll add a bit of that. And now let's take some of the purple stuff. Okay, now I'm not sure if you're supposed to mix it together or just combine the two flavors in one spoonful. Oh man, there's like dog hair here. Jeez, it's everywhere.
Mackie attacked yet again.
It's everywhere, man. Okay, so here we go. Well, honestly, I think rice should be savory. When I eat rice, I always like it to be salty and full of spices. So I don't love it as a dessert. So I can't say I'm a huge fan of this. I'm gonna have another bite.
Would you prefer it on its own? Like the first dessert on its own?
Probably. It's all right. Why don't you give it a try and you tell us what you think?
All right, I'm gonna go in for the mix here. I am mixing it up. No idea if I'm supposed to be doing that or not. Okay, and this is what it looks like when it's all mixed up. I'm a huge fan of rice pudding, so for me that's a definite enhancement. That's like taking the first one and upgrading it by at least 50%.
Okay, and last but not least, we picked up a third dessert item at the supermarket, and this is called puré de camote, and it is a puree made from sweet potato.
That almost looks like a butterscotch pudding. I bet that's gonna be good.
All right. Let's see. Looks like baby food. I wonder if parents buy it for their children. Oy, oy, oy.
Yucky?
Oh, it's too much like baby food.
How do you even know what baby food tastes like?
I just do.
When is the last time you tried baby food?
Like, it's not exclusively sweet or savory, so it's weird. Is it a pudding? Is it supposed to be eaten as a side order with your main dish? But it was in the dessert section, that's the thing. So I was expecting it to be sweeter.
I can tell by your micro bites you're not exactly loving it.
I'm not a huge fan, but I'll let you give it a try next.
You're right, that is not amazing stuff. To be perfectly honest, I'd have no idea what you would use that for. Like it's not sweet or tasty enough to be a dessert. I'm not sure how you would pair that with a main meal.
I wonder if maybe we're supposed to mix it with rice pudding like we did with the purple
Maybe
one.
we bought baby food by accident. You never know. You never know, right? You just never know. Alright, so that wraps up our last taste test in Peru. We're heading back to Canada. It's hard to believe our 3.5 weeks here is already over. And the verdict for this? Well, I really like these two, but the Kamote was a thumbs down.
So we are in the kitchen today and we are going to be showing you our favorite Peruvian cocktail. This is something that we've been drinking every single week since we've gotten here, and it is Pisco Sour, the national drink.
Audrey's uncle Coco has been making these for us at night, and now we're going to attempt to make them ourselves. So of course the main ingredient of this is Pisco itself. And Pisco is a hard alcohol. It's made from distilled grapes. It has 45% alcohol content, which is pretty high.
So I've been told that the recipe for Pisco Sour is 3, 2, 1. So that would be 3 shots of Pisco, 2 shots of the syrup, and 1 shot of lime juice. And aside from that, we're also going to be adding 1 egg white to create the foam, and also topping it off with a little bit of bitter. And I know some people like to serve it without the ice, but we're gonna be adding some ice because that's the way my family does it, so.
That's how we roll. Alright, I think we're done. It's time to pour ourselves a glass.
Nice and frothy. Okay, so the final touch is adding a few drops of bitter. Let's do 3. Oh my, a little too much in that one.
I have to say, those turned out pretty well.
I am now ready to drink my creation. That turned out really nice. It burns a little as it goes down. But yeah, it's a nice mix of sourness because of the lemon. It's also sweet because of all the syrup we added. A little bit of bitter on top.
And it's super frothy with the egg whites.
Nice and frothy, yes.
Alright, I've been waiting for this for a while now. You know what? That's actually not bad. We don't make mixed drinks very often, but we did a reasonably decent job on this one. I find this to be a very refreshing drink. This is the kind of thing that I love to have on a hot day, or it's also a very social drink which you can share with others. So that's it from our time in Lima, Peru.
Salud!